Yo.
I'm Matt, and I hope you got your wine.
And I'm Jamie, and I hope you got your ice. And welcome
to M&J Today.
Cheers, brother.
Cheers, brother. Long time no see.
Long time no see is right.
About 2 weeks or some shit. You finally got the old.
I finally got it.
Has anyone ever sent anything from Canada or vice versa back? Dude, it's so good, right? It looks so good, right?
It does. It's very clean.
It looks so good.
I cannot wait to do like another merch line, to be honest. Anyway,
has anyone ever sent something to like Canada or vice versa from US to Canada? Because that's the question.
What do you mean?
That shit was brutal. I thought I was getting interrogated. I thought at any minute the fucking military was coming after me. The way they were asking me questions and shit. I'm like, all I'm trying to do is send my boys some merch. And she's like, you know, every item, the weight, the size. And I'm like,
that's what you were saying. You were saying like they wanted like exact cost of how much each item was.
Cost, weight, size. I'm like, a jacket, whatever an XL jacket it looks like and feels like. She's like, you need to know. I'm like, I don't need to know. I don't think. So I Googled it. What's the fucking jacket weigh? I was like, I don't know. I'm like, what's the worst that can happen? She's like, well, when custom gets it over there, they'll fucking dig through it and they'll send it back. I'm like, bro, you know what's fucked up? Because I was literally telling the wife the day before I sent it, I'm like, yo, I'm going to send Jamie like a badass bottle of wine from Napa where we live and like a card and like all this shit. And she's like, maybe you shouldn't. We don't know how the sending process is going to be. Well, I'm so glad I didn't.
Yep.
Imagine definitely. A bottle of wine was in there and they would have been.
Bro, you're going to jail nowadays.
I'm going to prison, bro. All I did was send my boy a bottle of wine.
Say what's up to Kohlberger for me. Is that too soon? Too soon?
Oh my God, that fucker.
Oh God.
Well, I mean, we ended last week on ghosts. Or last week, man. I'm an idiot. It's been like weeks.
Yeah. Well, I remember like I was waiting for you actually to go live last week or something like that. And I'm like, he must be working. So I think he worked some days off or some shit like that.
7 days straight. Now we're
damn. But yeah, we were talking about ghosts. I think our plan was to get some community members in here to talk about some of their stories, but the feedback just wasn't there. So
I know we need more. Hey, listen, if you're in the community, right? We got you back, right? Come on now, pop in. You got it. You know, I don't know.
Get on the train.
It's with everybody. You just got to be more. I don't know. Present yourself more and be out there more. I don't know.
Yeah.
But so Ghost, we ended with Ghost. That shit was wild, and then you freaked me the fuck out, bro.
Oh yeah,
with the monitor,
the reflection.
I actually everything dropped. I looked behind me. I was genuinely terrified. Honestly,
that's good. It's nothing like getting your heart racing. You know that makes you feel alive. Like cold plunges. You do that shit? Have you tried that shit,
dude? Okay, I'll tell you this. In the shower at work, I'll try it. Start at the coldest. I'll get in it, and the guys think I'm doing something weird. I don't have a cold plunge, so no.
You do it at the end of your shower. So you have a nice like hot shower, get your shit clean, right? Get fucking in there. At the very end of your shower, you aim that nozzle right at your forehead, and you straight cold it for 2 minutes.
Oh,
bro, your skin gets tighter, man. Your blood starts flowing. You feel so good, man. So good.
Start doing inappropriate. For a moment there, I almost went inappropriate with the skin thing, but I've been doing it wrong. I turn it on cold. I do the feel check, you know, then I get in, and it's always at the firehouse because at home I don't want to scream like that. You know, I don't want the wife to think anything weird of me. But I get in, and I just fucking set a timer for 30 seconds because I can't get past 30 seconds for some reason. But I fucking sit there, and I'm like, And I think, dude, it's all about breathing. It's the mental thought of just being freezing, and I never can get past the breathing factor. So I turn it all the way to the hottest setting, it's too hot. I turn it down, and then I'm like, oh, you know,
fucking picture it.
Yeah, and then turn it to, and then it's like, oh, and then shower, and then get out. When I get out, all the guys are like, "The fuck are you doing, dude? What are you doing in there?"
I got a buddy though. It's actually one of the guys that, well, I guess the main guy that I play like all the Apex treaties with and stuff like that.
Is it Mike?
No, his name is Rylan.
Rylan. Okay.
He's known as Big R. He joined our
I saw him in the other day.
But he's on the carnivore diet. He's been on the carnivore diet for quite some time. So it's like big into protein, but he like every day he does a cold plunge every day. And you should see how jacked this fucking guy is.
Wait, what? Really?
Oh fuck. He's a monster, dude.
Is he working out simultaneously with
he does work out, but from what I heard from him, like not as often as he used to, but he goes and rides his bike and shit like that, gets some cardio in, but the carnivore diet and the cold plunge, he's like, it's crazy. And he cold plunges for 15 minutes.
Shut the front door.
That's the max you can do.
Why does he do that?
It's good for your body. Like just research it. It's absolutely crazy.
Huh. Well, I need to start doing it. There's this like plastic thing you can get. It's like an inflatable thing. Cold plunge. I want to get that. There's a blow up sauna I want to get. There's a lot of health benefits to a sauna that have studies been showing for like firefighters, especially like after a call or after their shift, they hop in a sauna. It's supposed to release all those toxins and all of that bad carcinogens and whatnot. I really want to get into it. I listen to Joe Rogan frequently, and he does it every morning. He makes himself get in the sauna or the cold plunge. He does like 3 or 4 minutes. Yeah, he does it 3 or 4 minutes, gets out, dries off, goes inside, gets in his sauna, does that for like 20 minutes or so or whatever, and then gets out, starts his day. I really want to get into that because I feel like if you can commit to something like that every day, your day is just so much more like bliss. Like your day, you can just do so much more where like right now I get off work and I'm tired, right?
Yeah.
Oh, man, I'm tired. I want to sleep in. I sleep in. I don't do shit. The wife goes on a walk with the dog and I'm like in bed like I'm checked out for the day. I'm done. And I need to get out of that mindset because there's no reason at 28 years old I should be that fucking tired all the time.
I mean, you do that in the morning, right? It helps everything. Like it helps headaches, your energy for the day. But I had somebody tell me that really all you got to do is go to Walmart and buy a tote, right? Get a nice big tote, get a couple of milk jugs and cut them in half, and you put them in the freezer, the bottom halves of the freezer. You fill your tote up in the morning. You put your big ice blocks in there for a few minutes. And dive in.
That's actually not a bad deal. It saves a lot of money on ice.
Yeah.
A lot of money on ice.
Unless you're putting it all in your wine.
Right. No, I feel that. I need to start doing something, man, because the drive lately, bro, I don't know about you. You've been going through a lot more than I have, I feel like. But the drive with me is just not there, man. And like mentally and physically. And I go to work and I've been doing this new thing where I want to do 100 push-ups a day. And it's brutal. And it's like, I got a little fucking gut. I don't know about if you knew this, but like last year when I ended my fire season, I was 275 pounds.
Damn. Nice.
I'm 230 or I'm 230, like 4 or 5 this year. Right. So I lost a little over 30 pounds or 30 pounds or whatever. But I feel way better this year. Like I go and do a hose pack hike, or I go and do a hose lay, or something that our job requires us doing. And bro, it's weird. This year I feel so good, and it's only 30 pounds down. So like I try when I'm at work to do more and like lose weight and be better. But bro, I need to start getting like the cardiovascular system, like the ice, the ice baths and the fucking saunas. Like I need to do more.
You know what you should do?
I feel it.
You should start with the tote, do the ice baths in the morning, okay?
Yeah.
Then you should do the push-up thing. Right. So day 1 is 1 push-up. You add a push-up every day. And you just try to, get up to that point where you can do a push-up day for the whole year. So 365 is your target, right? So
dude, see, so the thing I saw is like if you could do 100 a day for like 100 days, I've seen people do it and they get fucking just jacked, bro. They get like crazy jacked. And I'm like, I don't want to be jacked, but I do want to be strong enough to where like a push-up's easy. Like right now I can do like 15 in a row easy. And then I'm like shaking and I'm like, fuck, dude, this is bullshit. Like I should be way stronger than this. And like, Hiking up a hill with 80 pounds or 90 pounds on my back, yeah, it's easy. But
Leg
not strong. Like I don't feel strong.
But your leg's strong, you know what I mean?
Leg strong. My back is strong. My core is strong. My legs are strong. But I don't feel fucking strong. Like
dick is strong.
Dick strong. It's strong. Either way. However big it is, it's strong. But no, I don't even start with pull-ups. Pull-ups is junk. I can do like 3, which is sad. And everyone's like, well, it's because you're tall. I don't care if I'm tall. I want to be able to do fucking 20 pull-ups in a row. Can't.
Yeah. I mean, you are 7 feet tall, so just saying.
Exactly. But I can't do it. And I got shoulders, you know. I got shoulders, but I don't have anything else. You know what I mean? It's like, what do I got? But I feel you. The cold plunge needs to happen. I feel like I need to start doing more, you know. I think it might even set my like mental like capacity for more a day, you know.
100% it will. It'll liven you up, man.
I need to start, dude. You know what we should do to keep each other on the right track? We need to figure each other's schedules out more and like deep dive into it. And what we really need to do, I think a lot of people don't do this in their life with their friends or their family, but like accountability. You know what I mean? We need accountability, right? So in the fire service, we have accountability for everybody on every incident we go to. But as soon as the incident is done, we're on our own again. But I think me and you, and even if other people in the community want to join this accountability thing, we should do like an accountability a day. And like make it a thing where
we could add like a cold plunge challenge, and every morning you post your vid in there of you doing your right.
Yes.
Get the whole fucking cold community in on it.
See, and not just that, but like even with the cold plunge, but like a daily like check in, like, hey, fucker, you like? When did you wake up today? What time did you wake up today? No. 8:30 ain't gonna cut it, dude. You were supposed to be up at fucking 6 or whatever. You know, we should have an accountability. And with me, especially because I know the community's after me lately with editing and posting, and it's been like 2 months. You know what I mean? And I think the community's fucking a little on me about it. But accountability, like Rap, when are you posting? When are you editing? I have videos up the wazoo. I just need to do it. You know. So I think we should do an accountability thing for everybody, and not just for, you know, strength or anything, but like more of like a mental and like, hey, we got like, dude, our community is literally, we got your back, right? So we should have each other's back, where it should be more like a family, where I reach out to Snipe every day, which I haven't been doing. I've been busy, which there's no excuse for. I mean, there's no excuses. No excuses. No excuses though. It's as easy as a text message. I think we talked about this in like the first or second episode too, where I get stressed about an unread message. Like I get stressed. It's weird to say it, but I do. Like when I see an unread message in my phone, it stresses me out because I'm like, fuck, I'm missing it, right? And instead of just like the normal brain would be like, I'll respond. Me, I stress out. And I'm like, fuck, I gotta respond, and then I don't, and then I fucking don't for like a day or two, and I'm like, god damn it, dude, I need to fucking do something about this. So I feel like we should do like with me and you, and then us show the community like, yo, we're doing it. Who's on board? Who wants to be a part of this? It's gonna suck. We might go down each other's throat a couple times. No, you know, whoa. You know, but hey, you know what I mean? Like we might get on each other.
I think if we did like a channel like that, like a motivation, right? Just call it like motivation or something. I think we would have to either get like a Snapchat set up, like a group Snapchat with everybody, right? How fire would that be, right?
Pretty cool. I don't use Snapchat ever, but I need. But I mean, like accountability, right? I need to if that's what we're gonna do.
But we don't even have to go that way. Like we can do. If people don't want to give their phone numbers out, I think there's like what's that? It's like a text messaging
WhatsApp
app. We could all do a WhatsApp.
It's literally called WhatsApp. Yeah.
Yeah. I think that'd be good. Be like, Raps, get off your fucking ass and go walk your dog. You know what I mean? Like it's fucking 9 a.m. on a Tuesday and you're in bed watching Days of Our Lives, eating fucking Cheerios. Like,
see, and that's the thing. Like, dude, and so what? You know, I always, dude, and I don't know if anyone can relate with this, but like when I go to a restaurant and I get poor service, right? And these people will treat you kind of differently when you don't sign that tip signature and give them more of a tip. They treat you weird. It's like, I step back for a minute and I reflect and I'm like, hey, I didn't choose this job for you. You chose this job. Oh, granted, you're going to school, whatever, great. But you chose to be a waiter. If you chose to be a waiter for your tips, you did the wrong thing. Same with me, right? I shouldn't complain. I chose to be a fireman. I went to school to be a fireman. I became a fireman. I've been a fireman now 5 years. It's all about like when I get home, I need to stop telling myself like I'm tired. I can sleep in today until 8. That needs to change. And I know that. And I self-reflection, I know that. And I'm like, dude, I don't have a kid. I have no responsibilities outside of work. I need to fucking be better. I really do. I need to be better. So I think this accountability tag or motivation tag or motivation accountability, whatever we call it, it needs to be a thing, man. Because I need to fucking be better.
Yeah. Well,
that's how I feel.
We'll post a message. That'd be pretty cool. I gotcha. I mean, I need a kick in the ass like almost every morning. And the problem with me is I stay up like, so for a 40-year-old father, okay, I should not be up as late as I am with as much that I do for work.
Right.
And with my children. I shouldn't be up till 1:30, 2 a.m. every night, waking up at, 6:37.
Right.
And I'll be doing that for months, and there'll be that one day where I come home and I'll turn on the basement lights, face plant into the couch. Next thing I know, it's the next morning, all the lights are still on. You know what I mean? Because your body just, you can't do it anymore, right? Yep. So I need to be better with that too. Like I need, somebody says like, okay, Sniped, it's 11 o'clock. Get your fucking ass to bed. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
Get off TikTok.
Right. That's your thing. So, and I feel the same way too, because at work, and I'm an idiot for this. I always do this to myself. I tattle on myself, but I told myself I was buying the gaming PC or a little laptop, and I was gonna bring it to work and I was gonna edit. Bro, I stay up till 11 at work, right? But I don't edit. I'm like, I'd rather just lay in the recliner, wait for that call, wait for a job, wait to work. It's like, but I need that kick in my ass, like, hey, fucker, like, what are you doing? Like, what time is it? How many videos you edited? How many, like, what have you done outside of fucking nothing? You know what I mean? Like, I need that. I feel you. I need that.
Yeah.
And I need that in the mornings at work. It's different because we have a schedule. We have to be up by fucking 6 in the morning, coffee made, ready to go, breakfast by 8. Like, the morning part doesn't hurt me because I'm up early anyways. But the later in the evening, I need to be better about fucking doing my shit, And if I want to make endeavors outside of work as a fireman happen, I need to fucking be better. So
yeah, I think we all need to be better internally, like different aspects, right? Some might be work, some might be personal life, some might be kids, some might be pets, somebody. But I know for me, like I know exactly where you're coming from. That like our last podcast, I opened up my video editing software and I added all the video clips in there, and that program sat open for a week and a half. I didn't edit shit, didn't upload it. It sat open on my desk. I seen it every time I logged into my computer. The fucking editing thing with our video on there. But like, that takes an hour to go through and edit so we can post our podcast. You know what I mean? Like it's lazy to the point where I don't know. It's embarrassing almost.
And I feel the same. I feel a little bit of humility right now, and the light doesn't really help with the redness, but it's like, it's a little bit of humility, like I feel the same way. I'm like, I don't know. It hurts to talk about it, but I need to be better. I need to do better. I mean,
isn't it just hard though? Yeah. Like life is fucking hard now.
It is. Life seems a lot. It seems a lot. It feels a lot more stressful, man. It does. I don't know what it is, bro. I'm getting a little emotional right now, even thinking about it. But dude, it just, life fucking feels.
I feel like there's an expectation where you have to be the best you can be at your job. You have to be the best you can be with your family, regardless of what family you got. You have to be the best that you can online. You have to be the best that you can in comment sections. Like you can't speak your mind without getting backlash on like something minuscule, man. Like it's crazy. And it just seems like you always have to be perfect now. Like if you have a flaw, you're basically shunned for it. Yep. It's, I don't know. It's a lot of stress, a lot of heartache, a lot of sadness, a lot of tears behind the closed doors as well. Like I know there's many people out there, even probably in our own community, that they're fucking hyped up, they're bubbly, they're in people's chats or hyping people up and shit like that, and the stream ends and they're they're back to their life, and it's sadness, man. And it is like, I think a lot of people are dependent on the family and the network that we have. Like a lot of people. I know I am. I'm very happy that this exists.
I know. I'm the same way. The interactions I get with the people in the community, man, it really does drive me. And in the moment, like you're talking about, I'm very me. And then when the moment stops and the light turns off, and yeah, I don't know, man, it just fucking hits all of a sudden, like. And it's weird because on camera, I'm the same me as I am off camera. But like when I'm on camera, I'm more of me. You know what I mean? Like I can be me for longer.
I think the
And
difference,
then when the camera turns off, I'm like,
the difference though, I think when you're on camera and you're doing what you love, like, don't get me wrong, you love firefighting, right? But I think
I
ultimately what you would love is to be able to make other people feel loved, make other people happy, because that's the kind of person you are. You know, you
100%.
bury yourself into people's hearts and you make them fucking love you, man. And it's a good feature to have in yourself. But I think you're so good at that, and like so good at entertaining people, that you wish you could do that full time and have like an income and a job and support for your wife and stuff like that for
100%.
doing that. And then the camera turns off and you're like, oh well, shit, you know, back to like reality, you know. But if I could stream every day and support my kids doing it, that'd be the happiest that I could be, I think. Because, you know, not only do you're providing for your family, but like seeing you and Huntsy in the community, like everybody in there, like everybody's in each other's streams, and it's a family. At this point, it's a family, and you're hanging out with your friends, you're playing games, you're laughing, you're having fun, you know, you're getting some money, you know, it's you know, it's win-win, really.
It's a win-win. I mean, it's a win. Yes, everything you said right there is spot on. I mean, that's exactly how I feel. And then you build this huge community, and like you said, the lights turn off and work hits or life hits in general. And yeah, you got to do the hardest. I think the hardest week for me was the last week of streaming, you know, like full time.
Yeah.
That was, dude, it was like the realization hit, and I got called from my boss like every day on that last week, and I'm like, I would have to. It was weird because I was in my element and I was streaming and I was gaming, and then my phone would ring, and it's like, well, I have work next week. I have to answer this because that's my boss now. You know, like I'm now hired on again. Like, and the whole time I'm on my phone, my boss, all I can think about is I'm fucking live in the other room, and like my friends and fucking people need me.
Yeah.
And whatever my boss was saying, I was like, yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. Like I was just trying to like force the call through. I get back, and then I wasn't me because I was like, all I could think about was when these cameras turn off, dude, I have a fucking test to take, and I have a fucking, you know, dude.
Yeah.
But back to what we were saying with the motivation thing is we need to be on each other about that, because this is the life I chose. No one put me in this situation. I put me in this situation, you know,
100%.
and that's accountability. And, you know, if I don't know, if I would have done more on my off season and tried more, done more, I think I probably would have succeeded more. But yeah, I always had like a limitation, I feel like.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. You always feel like this weird, like, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it.
It eats at you, man. I know exactly what you're talking about. Even if you can't find the words to disclose it here, but I have the feeling. A lot of people have the feeling, but fuck, it sucks.
And yeah, it sucks. That's why we need fucking each other, you know, and people need people, and this world was based around people, and like the I don't know, I might see it weirdly, but people are recreating to make more people for what? Not to be behind a screen and never talk to someone again, but to interact with people. And like, I don't know, like, I don't know. Things get hard and life gets harder. And then people fucking, when life gets hard, people close other people out. And I feel like a lot of people just need to realize that that's not the best solution. I've done that for years where I'm like, it gets hard and I fucking zone out. And I'm like, all right, I'm going to leave everything alone for a little bit. I'm going to take a break. And the biggest thing people say, especially in like gaming communities, I'm going to take a step back.
Yeah.
Right. You are, but why? Right. You need people. taking a step back is great for yourself for a little bit, but then what do? You always come crawling back. Like, hey guys, everybody there? Everybody still there? Like, hey, is everybody? Hey guys, I missed you all. And it's like, dude, if you would just stay open and true to yourself, I think. And I did the same thing. It's accountability again. I took a step back this week because week was fucking hard. But like now I feel like this regret of like now I'm like crawling back, to the people. I'm like, guys, everybody there, everybody cool? Like, how's everybody doing? Accountability. I gotta be,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Positive interactions are always good. And there's we're not short on them by any means. You write in there you want to talk to somebody and guaranteed somebody's on there. But the other thing I wanted to bring up, I know before we started the podcast, we were talking about like lots of random shit. But did you see the videos and shit on that whistleblower by chance? This blew my mind. Like the UFO guy.
Oh my god, dude, I'm so glad we're here right now in this fucking time. Dude, okay.
Let's hear it.
Talk to me.
So,
brother. All right, let's get it. Cool. Okay, so go.
Did you hear the part of the interview? So I don't know if anybody has seen this yet, but check out the go to YouTube and check out UFO whistleblower and the interview.
What's his name again? Reeves something.
I can't remember it. Usually little Jamie, you want to pull it up?
Dude, what if we got someone in the community to do that for us? Like just to be in on the voice call with us?
That'd be lit.
But like listening and pulling shit up?
Just to we don't even need a screenshot of it, just somebody to tell us facts about shit.
Yes.
I like it.
We'd have to add one more person though. We'd have to get in.
Yeah. We'd be good. Well, he wouldn't even have to be on video. Jamie's not on video.
No, never would he have to be on video.
He would just need his mic. That's all he would need. Yep. Or she. I'm not going there. Like it could be a
it could be anybody.
James, is it James? James Reeves or something?
All I'm seeing here is David Grush.
I don't know.
Anyways, okay, so back to it. Whistleblower came out, worked for the government, retired so that he could talk about it because he felt like the American citizens weren't getting the knowledge that they needed to know.
But there's one crazy part. This is what I take away from the whole thing.
Okay.
So the interviewer is asking him, and they're like, so like these beings, right? These artificial intelligences, like aliens or whatever, and he's like, no, they're NHIs. They're non-human. Oh, what the fuck is it? Non-human individual or something like that. So, whatever it is, NHI. But he came up with that shit, like immediately said the acronym. And that's something you just don't make up. And that's what makes me lean to like somewhat believing this guy. Like it's
yeah.
If you look it up, just look up NHI.
This just keeps pumping national health insurance.
Oh. No, it's like a non-human. Maybe it's not NHI. Type in UFO whistleblower NHI.
Bro, the Google's actually, I feel like, holding back a lot of knowledge about it.
Non-human intelligence. That's
non-human intelligence. Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
So the term is NHI, which is non-human intelligence, what he's saying. So when he was asked about if there was aliens, he said, no.
Yeah, so he's like, so the artificial intelligence, like these beings, these aliens, right? And he's like, no. Like they're called NHIs. They're like
quick though, like off
yeah. Like they had an actual definition. It's a non-human intelligence. So like you can't just, I don't think, come up with that real quick. I mean I might be able to, but I think most people wouldn't be able to do stuff like that.
No. You dig deep into this though. You like this shit. I do too.
Well,
but I'm not very smart in that world, but I listen, dude. I will scroll through Joe Rogan podcast until I see a scientist that works with some type of fucking UFO or UAP is now they're calling it or whatever. But like, dude, this shit intrigues the shit out of me. Like when I saw there was a guy that came out and said this shit's real. All I've seen is TikTok reels. I can't find the YouTube video. I guess there's a full YouTube video of this entire fucking talk.
Yeah,
but I just keep seeing reels. And
it's a whole interview. You can see it. But
okay, so go on about it. So what is he saying about the fucking NHI?
Just like you have to really, you have to kind of watch the interview and take it away as you would see fit. Like I'm not gonna put my opinion out there. Right. I guess I'm not gonna put my opinion of the interview. My opinion of the whole ordeal in general is, yeah, I 100% believe this guy, and you know, whatever a non-human intelligence means, you know, as we see it. And to go back on this, okay, so we were talking about ghosts on the other podcast. So I saw this interview, bro. And, okay. And they were talking about non-human intelligences, and that chances are that these people live with us. They coincide with us. So it got me thinking. Bro, what if ghosts aren't ghosts? What if the ghosts are the aliens?
Now that
taken on forms, because obviously they're more advanced than us.
Right.
You know, it could be a possibility. I know I like spreading fucking weird shit out there when it comes to like these hypocrisies and shit like that, but
right.
Just imagine, like, there's gotta be other life. There's gotta be. There's gotta be.
How vast our world is. Have you seen, on the topic of like fucking have you not, right? Antarctica, right?
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen the shit going on there? How like every country has like a little bit of an intelligence base there, and we're all trying to figure out what the fuck is there. And like there is multiple stories of like certain military groups going missing, just gone. Like top secret fucking like, hey, we're gonna watch over these fuckers while they go in and do this mission or this extraction, and then they're gone. There's like nothing about it. Russia's there. We're there. Like we're all trying to figure out something there, but like what the fuck is there?
I'm pretty sure I seen a TikTok or something. Like, don't quote me on this, but
yeah,
I think I seen a TikTok that like somewhere in Antarctica or something like that, they found like basically what they think to be is an artificial intelligence. Sorry, a NHI, a non-human intelligence, like radio tower.
Oh, radio tower.
Like something that they would use to communicate that's more advanced than what we have.
That's wild, because I keep seeing videos of like tunnels and shit. But they can't get too deep into the tunnels because they lose radio transmissions and then they lose the crew.
Bro, imagine
weird tunnels.
Imagine what's under the earth, like what we walk on. Imagine what is under there that we don't know about. Like if you look at millions of years of weather and wind and rain and corrosion and rocks and floods and ice ages and all this shit, what civilizations do we not even know about at all?
Bringing that topic up, have you seen the new Netflix original, like Lost Civilization?
That's with, is that Graham?
Yes.
Yes.
Bro!
Right. Did you see the one on
literally fact checking what we've been taught in school? Like, whoa.
Yeah.
That might not have been as early as you think. Like, it might have been earlier. Like, we think there's like from your timeline to our timeline, there's something in between of people we just don't know about. And they're like out there checking motherfuckers.
If anybody is listening to this and you're slightly interested in anything that we're talking about in regards to like civilizations or planets or extraterrestrials or whatever the fuck you want to do, watch that documentary on Netflix. It is wild. It's wild. Like
they go to everywhere.
The one with all the limestones built up with all the grass and everything that was all like kind of like hidden and disappeared. That's crazy.
There's so many stories and topics that they bring up, and like the floods and like the erosion and the walls and things like that from the floods. They're like, no, that's not fucking from whatever 80. That's from like this year. Like, it's wild because they actually fact check and you know it's real because this cancel culture that we're living in now is like trying to cancel them now because of what they're bringing up.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, you can't say that. Like, no, this is what we know. This is what we've been teaching. This is how it has to be. And it's like negative. It's not it. And these guys are just as like people from like England are like as nice as can be. And they're like, well, no, that's not right.
Well,
no, this is the true age. This is the true data.
In that documentary, if I'm correct, Graham Hancock, that's the guy that does it.
Yes.
But there was a drone flight view, and Randall Carlson was standing on this edge of like this cliff or something like that, and there was a valley, like a deep valley between them. I don't know if you remember that part.
I remember.
And they were saying that at some point that was full of water. Now, it doesn't mean anything listening to it, but if you were to watch this clip, it's absolutely mind-blowing how how deep that cavity was.
Yes.
Like it's crazy.
Because it could be deeper than the Grand Canyon at some points.
Yeah.
Which, as we all know, is the deepest like crater there is, right? Like the Grand Canyon is supposed to be the deepest point on Earth. Right? Which is crazy to think because like that when people I think when I was younger, I used to think like the deepest point on Earth, like the Grand Canyon or whatever, for instance. Oh, that's deep, is crazy, whatever. You like overthink it. But then it's like, bro, think about how deep the ocean is.
Mariana Trench, that's what I was gonna say.
Yes. So see, think about how deep the ocean is. There's a point of land where it's so deep with no water in it. It's like, dude, what? It blows my mind because then I start speculating, like, well, what's under that? Like, that's deep, but like, what's under that? Like, that's fucking deep.
That's what I'm talking about too. Like, you don't know what is under the plane that we live on. You know what I mean?
Know what the fuck's
like,
under there? What's under that shit, dude?
You know what's even crazier, Raps? I don't know if you know this.
What's that?
Take a wild guess. I'm gonna throw this, just toss this up in the air for you to guess at.
Okay, I'm gonna listen.
How long has science been a thing? Like thousands, millions, like how long do you think?
2,000 years.
Okay, you know what's wild?
What's that?
A touch over 500. So that's essentially 5 generations, like 5 grandmas that lived a good life. Is how far back science goes.
Wait, what? Science?
Science in general, science. Isn't that crazy to think about? And now, you know, these millions of years ago of like what they say, whatever the Big Bang. I don't believe in the Big Bang, but regardless of what they say, like,
you're telling me everything was just black. There was nothingness upon nothingness. Like, imagine that for all the viewers listening. The Big Bang was nothing upon nothing. Imagine a black piece of paper with no border, no nothing around it, just a black piece of paper, and then all of a sudden, everything.
Yeah. And if we've only been like, look how far we've advanced, like with our science in 500 years. Now, can you imagine if there has been other life out there that has had 10 times that, 100 times that, in the terms of like developing aliens? Science, like yeah, like they would be so advanced to the point where we can't even think about light travel right now. We can't even think about it.
Do you ever think about how nuclear development is like intriguing to them? Like they haven't figured out nuclear development. That's why they're so intrigued with us. And that's why they keep coming here. Cause they're like, what's going on with these little fucking people that have like, you know, criminal justice system and they fucking worry about all this dumb bullshit and traffic laws. And they're like, whoa, they have nuclear power. One of the craziest things on earth. Have you ever thought about that?
I would say,
what if they're after our nuclear power? Cause they don't have that. Because obviously we have ships recovered from them that we're like, how the fuck does this thing work, dude? There's no flux capacitor or fuck. There's no transmuter device. Like, we don't know what the fuck they're running off of, but they're intrigued off of our nuclear power.
So which
is weird.
I think personally, I think I would say no to that. For one reason though.
Okay.
If they have the technology to, you know, go as fast as they are, because anytime you see like these fake, if they're fake or real UFO sightings, they're they're hella fast, they're hella agile, and they're gone in a second. So if you're traveling at those speeds and you are literally bending atoms and molecules in light and time and space, then I guarantee you that they have something way far worse than a nuclear bomb.
Right. But have you never thought that like nuclear energy is intriguing to them because they don't have that?
But I think they would have it because nuclear energy is essentially atoms, right? Essentially.
Right. But like to us, so real quick in the instance, right? Because I love this like type of debating shit. So to us, nuclear is like the ultimate power, right? For energy, for destruction, for things like that. And right now on the planet, and you can quote me if I'm wrong, but like right now on the planet, nuclear energy is like the top of the line, right?
Yeah. It's
what if what they have is the top of the line, but they don't have nuclear energy, but they know something about nuclear energy that's far more superior than what they have. We just haven't cracked the code yet. Because we've had people in Area 51 trying to like reverse engineer these aircrafts that we've found, right? The
100%.
UAPs or whatever, but we can't find out what the fuck fuels them or what works. And like there's videos of Bob Lazar talking about these UFOs with a soldier inside with a radio talking, and they're like, it doesn't make any sense because whatever technology they have from what is it 151 or whatever the new material they've found from them, like there's no reason a radio should work within that sphere down below, but radios still work in that sphere. Like I don't know, I'm just trying to think, like, is nuclear power what they're after? Is that why they keep coming here? Or are they just like teenagers doing fucking teenage shit like, hey, I'm gonna go explore new fucking planets today because they can in 2.5 seconds, and then they just come here to like explore, and it's a bunch of teenage kids getting stuck and lost, you know what I mean, like breaking down essentially on our land.
That's a wild way to look at it. Like if they're just kind of out and cruising and
right, like our teenagers get into bullshit and they go 10-15 miles away from their hometown, and then they break down, and then they get in trouble for drinking or driving.
I mean,
but like, what if they're so advanced they fucking go light years or fucking whatever away because they can, and then they get here and they fucking crash.
We all did that shit back in the day. We were young, and we would booze cruise. You remember that? You would drink beer in a truck with your buddy, listening to country music, drive around, and all of a sudden,
2 people in the tailgate. If anyone fucking drives by, you lay down real quick.
And then the fucking truck breaks down, bro, and you're stuck there. So I could totally see that, you know?
What if that is their teenagers like, ooh, we're going to Earth today and check out these fucking crazies, and then they break down.
And that's exactly what we looked like. Our society, can you imagine from somebody that is, 100 times smarter than the smartest human on Earth, what we look like?
Brother.
It's wild. It's wild.
And I try to think like, no, they're here for a higher reason, a higher being. But then again, I'm like, what if they're not? What if they're just here because we look like a bunch of fucking imbeciles and we're funny and we're the zoo to them? Like we're the attraction they want to see. They don't have to pay for it. They just come here because they can. But then the U.S. military did an experiment way back in the day. I don't know years or dates or anything like that. I'm not that smart, but they did an experiment way back in the day when they put like a nuclear ship with a nuclear device on it way out in the middle of nowhere, and they detonated it. And then after that, they saw, tens of hundreds of UFO sightings around that area.
Okay.
So it's like, are they here for that? Because Russia's done the same experiments where they put nuclear devices out that detonate it, and then within like days or hours, they have UAP sightings, a bunch of them. Are they here for that? Like, I don't know.
Or are they monitoring that whole thing? Like, nothing is stopping. So, okay, Russia, okay, they got nukes.
Yeah.
What is stopping from the Russian president on his deathbed? He's dying.
He's dying. Cancer,
what's going to stop him from giving the green light to push the button? Isn't that crazy to think of how somebody just has the power to basically destroy a third or a quarter of the world? Isn't that wild?
It is because in every photo you see him with his like our equivalent of a Secret Service around him, and there's always that guy with the suitcase, always, and it's handcuffed to his wrist, and he's fucking standing there behind Vladimir Putin. It's like if that guy gets assassinated, I have the green light to fucking hit this button. Like, what?
Yeah,
Like,
and I mean China, like
China too.
It's
North Korea. Like,
right?
we have all these fucking supreme powers around us that could in an instant just end everything amazing we have going for us. Bro, if we could crack the nuclear code and the whatever aliens have, we could crack that and travel with no propulsion device and no fuel
At light speed.
At light speed, we could be a crazy civilization, but we're not working together. We don't care. We want to be the best. But the only way to be the best is to destroy everything. And it's like, that doesn't work.
The other thing that's
world does that work?
The other thing that's crazy to me too. So I get your thing, like these teenager aliens being whatever the fuck they were. But imagine if like they have like state of the art technology for travel. Okay.
Right.
But what if these things don't actually have a civilization? So they don't have a planet to call home, but they do have ships. They do have all this like communication, and they come here to see like how the fuck we are limited to a rocket to reach just, outside of our atmosphere into the very, very starting confines of space, right? Or we have a plane to go from here to there, and they're amazed that we have these like lesser, inferior ways of travel, but the way our civilization works and how everything is built and sustained and everything like that, because they don't have it. Like that's where mine goes sometimes too, you know what I mean? So they're here to observe us.
Oh, right.
Maybe not look down upon us about us like wrecking the earth, as some people think they are, like we're polluting it and we're a bunch of idiots here. They come to laugh at us like we're in an aquarium, right? But what if they're really coming here to be like, we're so far advanced from these beings down here, but they're doing it so much better than us. They just don't have to travel. They
don't have the place to go back to and like post about it, right? They don't have like the home like we have.
Yeah, they don't have a world of their own, like a place to call like Earth for them, whatever it would be. You know what I mean?
But
like,
they just
imagine just a ship. Like a ship is what they
like, the mothership, which is claimed to be found over the U.S. lately.
Right, and that's where all these little
the
UFO
only
things spray
thing
off.
that would like despite me of that image would be, why is it when Commander Fravor,
yes,
right, when he saw the UAP next to him, beside him, above him, below him, and then underwater, immediately, they definitely know our planet. I mean, I see it this way: they definitely know our planet. They have to.
100%.
With what we have spotted and all these whistleblowers coming out, they know our planet in and out probably better than we do, because they can travel it faster than we can. They have to have something. This is where my brain goes. They have to have something here on Earth, whether it be underground, above ground, in the space, where they can like dock, whether it be a mothership or a home or whatever. But there has to be something here around us where they can like meet up at the end of the day and be like, these fucking people are crazy. Like,
right,
we evaded another one of their fucking people or whatever, like,
or it'd be like, I wonder how they did this today. Like,
right,
like it's, I agree with you. There's got to be somewhere, like, you can't have let's call them a UFO. You can't have a UFO traveling in and out of light at light speed, going through galaxies, how they time travel, whatever the fuck you want to call it, right? Whatever. And wherever they're from, and come to Earth and travel around here, show off a little bit, get spotted, disappear. But what fuels it? There's
no
nothing
propulsion.
Getting released. There's no propulsion. There's nothing getting released. They're going in and out of water without, the force of the water pushing them back. You take anything, a plane,
movement of the water. There's no displacement of water.
It's just clean.
You cannonball from 10 feet. There's displacement.
Yeah.
They're diving into water with this huge tic-tac shaped thing.
Yeah.
No displacement.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think we talked about actually aliens on our like first, second, or third episode.
Yeah,
to be honest, and we're kind of rewinding it back, but I think it's just because of recent events, right? But
okay, so if anyone listening hasn't listened to the whistleblower, and I'm gonna do my research, right? Accountability. I'm gonna go do my research when we're done with this. I'm gonna listen to that entire whistleblowing thing, which I believe it's pretty long, and they have a lot of speakers on there. But I'm gonna go listen to it because there's a lot of shit he talks about where you think like, what? Wait, this is real? There's people coming out and confessing these things, but we're hiding it from the people? Why? Why are we hiding this thing? Like, I'll never forget when COVID first hit in the United States. And
I'm empty.
Oh, me too. See?
I got
empty.
I got half a glass.
I am done.
You didn't even call the 15-minute buzz, bro. Anyways, let's finish this up, and we'll do a team 15-minute buzz today. So
I love this.
Finish what you were saying, and by that I should be done mine. So
I don't even remember what I was saying. All hail wine.
You said you were going to take accountability, and you're going to watch
the thing, listen to it, but like all the shit that's going on that they're talking about, it's like, why are we hiding this shit? Like, what is the negative effects of what the government has? What's negative about it that we can't tell the people? So and when COVID hit, the maddest I've ever been in public history ever was when COVID hit in the United States and the government, the Pentagon themselves, released photos, videos, and talk about UAPs, UFOs, and aliens, and everyone in the world just went, sweet. Finally, we know. Yep, we called it, whatever. And they dropped it. And that was the time that we were supposed to be like, gotcha. Now what? Tell us everything. And everyone just went, cool. Let's go back to fucking Warzone. Warzone just dropped, baby. Let's go.
I think like the problem with everybody and how they're kind of split on it is because everybody that has had an experience with UFOs or anything like that has been like basically, you know, they haven't been affirmed. So it's like this crazy person, you know, they're seeing this shit, even though you have these fighter pilots like witnessing this stuff,
talking about it, telling the people this is real.
Lazar, like, I'm surprised didn't get ended, to be honest. But you have these officials, and they have no reason to lie. Like, it's crazy that if this is real, and there are other beings among us, and there is non-human intelligence, how crazy how every single leader in every single country has been lying our entire lives. Now you look at only 500 years with science here, and how long has that been governments as well? Almost the same amount of time. It's almost the beginning of time of everything that we know of that we've been being lied to, if this is true. And I don't put it past governments at all.
No, God, especially the United States. Are you kidding me, dude?
I know you were gonna single out the U.S. 100%. I knew it.
Dude, we do dumb shit all the time, and they don't say shit. Dude, there is countless stories of the U.S. doing dumbass shit, and they're like, we didn't do that. And people are like, we have video of it, and they're like, that wasn't us. It was China. It was Russia. It was North Korea. Yeah. Motherfucker. We know it was you, motherfucker. You had an American flag. Like, we put American flags on fucking everything. There's an American fucking flag on it. I love our country. I love that we have freedoms, so-called freedoms, and we have our amendments, and we have all this shit, but it's like they lie a bunch. We're lied to a lot. And a lot of people seem to have no accountability for themselves or people around them, and they just go, whatever. They shut it off. Because whatever they have going on in their life. But dude, I'm telling you, there's some shit going on right now. And people are whistleblowing and talking about it. The government's like, we'll let this one pan out. Because the American people are too stupid. They're going to go back to their TikTok fucking reels about what mac and cheese to make and what the fuck pot roast is better and goddamn fucking Warzone gameplay and who the fuck's getting signed to Kick Gaming. And people are going to go right back to their normal fucking traffic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. No. I get it. All right. I think it's time to start the 50-minute buzz zone.
15 minutes of buzz, baby.
I have an idea though, because both of us are basically done our wine. I found this little thing. This little thing here, if you can see it.
There it is. It's a roulette wheel.
It's a topic. Thing? It's a topic wheel.
Oh.
So I don't even know what's on here. Should we take a chance and spin this and see what we get?
Yeah. And I have a timer set for 15 minutes right after the topic's done.
Okay, this is all. I'm just gonna spin it. Let's see what we get here. I'm not gonna make shit up. Trust me.
Trusted.
Well, that's kind of lame. What is your favorite thing to eat?
Sushi.
Is that kind of, let's eliminate it. Let's try it one more time. Something good. We need something good.
We need something good.
Sushi?
Yeah.
Sushi's my favorite.
Yeah, sushi by far.
100%.
Asian cuisine or sushi?
Oh, this is actually a good one. Would you rather live for a week in the future or 1 week in the past, and why?
You want to do it?
Do you think we should do it?
So do we do 15 minutes on you or 15 minutes on me?
Let's do...
Or do we do 15 minutes on debating why? Real quick. How about this?
I was going to say... you start off and you give a quick 2-minute breakdown of what you think, and then I'll give my breakdown. And then knowing how opposite we fucking are, we're probably going to be different. If we're the same here, it's going to be kind of crazy because I don't think we ever really agree on shit like that.
We end up usually coming to conclusion, but we never agree off the bat.
We should write it down. Actually, let's do this.
Okay, I gotta pee.
Okay, you go do that. I'll get this set up.
Okay, I already have what I want.
He always has what he wants. Motherfucker. He gets what he wants. Always. Okay. What does that say? How many years? Live for a week in the future or 1 week in the past? Okay. All right.
Okay. It's crazy because I'm broken. I'm broken on this topic. I'm broken on this topic.
Do you have a pen?
No, but I have notes on my computer.
Okay. Well, how about this? I'm gonna write down my choice.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I'm gonna fold it up here.
Okay.
And then you do yours, and then we'll see if, just so they know that I'm not like fucking making this shit up and going opposite on you on purpose. So whenever you're ready, 1 week in.
You just want me to write down what my topic would be?
No, you're starting. I wrote down what I chose right here.
Okay, I wrote down what I chose.
Okay, well, we're already gonna hear from you. So
I'll take a photo of it too, just so they know I don't change it. But obviously, we're gonna already hear from me.
But you're going first. Yeah.
Okay, so I am broken, right? I'm broken on this because I feel like for some odd reason in my body and soul, I'd want to be around when the dinosaurs were. But
wait, a week. We're not going back.
Wait, millions. Just a week?
A week.
Just a week.
1 week in the past or 1 week in the future? And why?
See, when I interpreted that, I thought 1 full week, 7 days of whatever timeline in the past or whatever timeline in the future.
Oh, wait. Wait. Can we make it that?
That's what I thought.
Would you rather live for a week in the future or one? Yeah, I think you're right. 100%. I think you're right on it. I think it could be any point in time in the past or the future. Okay.
Right.
Okay. Hold up.
Does that change?
Do I want to keep this? Do I want to keep this?
Does that change a decision? And if you're listening to this,
yes, I want to keep.
Tell me if I'm right or wrong. Right? Tell me if I'm right or wrong. But that's what I interpreted.
I think you're right. I'm gonna keep mine.
Okay. So, like I said, I would love to go back when the dinosaurs were around, but I know how fucking that works, and I don't want to be there. I want to be right. I want to be a week in the future with the crazy technology that all of these crazy scientists and everybody are talking about, with all these crazy new developments and nuclear power and quantum physics and Neuralink. I want to be a week in the future. So I'm going to say I want to spend a week in 2150. I don't know why that's what I want.
2150.
I want to spend
so
1
so
week,
that puts us
7 days in 2150.
So that puts us 122 years from now.
Yes.
Okay. 2250.
2150. 2150. 2150.
2150. Okay.
Yep. What are you? The past. Oh,
so
we're always different. We're always different.
My reasoning to go into the past is to give myself some fucking closure because I drive myself fucking bananas.
Okay.
I would go back to the era where they thought the timeline of the pyramid was built. So obviously we would have to narrow it down, but I would want a solid week during that construction. I know the construction was a lot longer than a week, you know what I mean?
Yes.
It was crazy, but if I could take a week out of, the beginning, the mid, the end of what the construction was, that would be the week that I choose in the past. Mainly because I would like to see what types of, being, society, technology, shit that they have, right? Because it honestly, like almost every day that comes across my mind and it fucking bugs the shit out of me, dude.
Me too.
It's like an unread text message.
Right.
Like, how do we not know that?
Dude, now that you say that, I always end up reverting back to what you say. But dude, if you fucking thought for a moment, bro, what if science that's only been around for 500 years, what if science is wrong about the pyramids? What if the pyramids have extraterrestrials building that shit and they did it in a fucking week like we build homes now?
Imagine, no pharaohs.
What if it was like that?
They're like this. They're like this, right? They're like... They're lasers, right? They're fucking gravity fucking bullshit. That would explain everything.
We broke
it. We figured it out.
Exactly. What if that was it? What if it was magnetic, some bull crap that we do now? Dude, I've watched homes in my fucking neighborhood be built in a fucking week, bro. From foundation to the top. The longest part's pouring the cement and letting that shit dry the right way without no cracks. And they build that motherfucker. What if they build pyramids in a week?
You know what's wild, Raps? So I choose the past. Imagine me going back in time and me sitting there and I see like a fucking, like these pharaohs worshiping this saucer that's going back to this quarry, lasering up a block, bringing it over, putting it down, and then them all making that block perfect while it goes gets the next one. Like aliens and humans working hand in hand. Crazy. Wild. Now explain your future. Explain your future shit.
I'm a little fucked up right now because I'm thinking about the past now. Fuck. But my future would be, I imagine, and there's this video going around on TikTok. Some of you may have seen it, but there's this guy claiming he came from the future and that things are way different. And all I could imagine for the future for us would be, yeah, okay, floating cars and cities and things would be cool. Right. That'd be awesome to have, right? But like no social or economic system, no fucking taxes, no fucking turbo tax, no fucking credit karma, none of that bullshit. Just a fucking world where we have crazy technology. We can do whatever we want at our despise. But I think that our people would just be the same as we are now, where we're like, whatever. Yeah, I can fucking do whatever in a second, but I choose not to. Like, I feel like there's still gonna be civilizations. There's gonna be fucking the low and the high and the in between. But like in the future, I feel like, I don't know, man. I feel like shit would just be so much crazier. Like, yeah, the lower economics would still have the Porsches and the Ferraris and Lamborghinis. But then you go to the higher, people, and there's like no drama, no stress. If you want to travel, your fucking city travels. Your fucking city moves to the next place. Like, I don't know. That's why I just think like this. It's as futuristic as you can get. That's what I want to be.
It's wild how you how you bring that up in like your explanation of what you think 122 years from now looks like. Right. Because I don't know if you've been reading up on what's going on in Dubai or these. So there is plans and there is actually constructions starting on the civilization in Dubai, the wall. I don't know if you've heard about this.
I've seen and heard about it, but I don't know anything about it.
So they're actually starting construction, and there's been some other countries following suit. So there's been some plans drawn up about like independent civilizations that like are strictly technology civilizations, like how futuristic it's going to be. Like that's another thing. Like if you're listening to this, I know he is going to be in a wormhole after this, because you start getting into that stuff and it's crazy what the future, like what they're planning on the future to be. So your timeline of 122 years from now is where you want your week to be.
Yeah.
Their timeline is like, I'm talking like 2026. You know, some of this stuff is going to be built. So can you imagine at 122 years from now what this is going to be? Like, are we still here, Raps? What do you think? You go into that future at 2150. Are we still here? You know,
I think the poor would be here on Earth, and the Dubai of the world would be wherever the fuck they want.
Wow.
I've seen photos, mock-ups. I think the future might be how we have classes of civilization where we have, you know, below average, we have like the poor, we have middle class, we have upper class, we have the billionaires. I feel like the Earth will just be a representation of what your class is.
Do you think ever in that time frame, like if it's not 100 years, but maybe like 1,000 years, do you think there's ever even a little bit of a possibility that, you know how like we have man-made lakes and all these like synthetic stuff that, you know,
ponds and things like that? Yeah.
What are the chances that like we advance so much that they can make something out in space, like another Earth? You know what I mean? Like it's crazy to think about because how vast and how big it is. But if the technology gets there, really, what do you have to do? Have a machine that sustains a certain gravitational pull to make it all work? Like
how we right now think 3D printing is like the bee's knees, where you can 3D print fucking anything you want. What if in the future we have like Earth sucks, we want a new Earth, and they fucking create a new Earth or some shit?
Right?
Like
they space 3D print it. They 5D print they 5D print a fucking
5D printing a world. I mean, the people that live in Dubai is like, we built you a nice wall, self-sustainable, no one has to leave it, but we're out. We're in fucking Plutopia. What?
Plutopia. Nexopia. Is that what's in that fucking social media was back then? Nexopia.
Nexopia. Like what?
It's crazy. The future is mind-blowing to me, so that was almost my choice, but I knew you were gonna pick future.
You fucker.
The past is just I'm more intrigued of how we got here,
right,
than more intrigued of where are we going. You know, because the way I look at it, we're killing ourselves slowly. And I don't know how long a future we're gonna have here, to be honest. And the past, I just want to see how we came. You know what I mean? Like you can even go back, take that week, the week of the Big Bang. You get back there, you're so fucking depressed because everything's fucking black for a week straight because the Big Bang didn't fucking happen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
What if you go too far back and nothing's there?
And then what if you can't get back now? Because
like science is totally fucked.
You went back too far in the past to where existence wasn't a thing. And now you have no existence.
And imagine now I'm talking to not Jamie, I'm talking to somebody else on a podcast.
Yeah. Imagine like my name's like Daniel from Indonesia. You know what I mean?
What if that's the crazy thing about the past is like science has only been around 500 years, but is it 500 years? Do we know that for a fact? Right? Yeah. Because if you really think about it, the average American's lifespan's like 55, 56 or whatever, right? Like it's not very high. Yeah, we have people living to 100, but the life expectancy is not that high. You got to times that by whatever to get to 500. Like Who knew someone from 500 years ago? Or who knew someone's family member from 500 years
Listen
ago?
to this, though. Like, nowadays, yes, our lifespan is average, what, 70?
Right. A little higher. A little higher.
Back then, people were living to 140, 150 years old.
That's what they say. See? It's like, what the fuck? But then again, do we know that?
Exactly.
Do we know that?
Exactly. How do we know that? If that is true.
How true is science? I think your explanation is good, because what if you do go back to the pyramid era, where we go back to AD 40 or 140 or whatever the fuck, right? And you get there, you time travel there because it's possible, and then there's nothing. It's black. Big Bang hasn't even happened yet.
Yeah.
And you're like, fucking
there's
science
no existence.
just forever.
And then what happens? Like, in this scenario, let's say we are time traveling to get to this week. Okay.
Right.
We have the technology, 2025, big breakthrough. We have the technology. They're like, Jamie, you know, we have this offer for you, Matt. We have this offer for you. One of you has to choose which way you're going, but you guys are going to be the test subjects. One of you gets a week in the past. One of you guys gets a week in the future. Raps is like, oh, I'm all in for the future. I want to see the dinosaurs. I'm scared of shit. You know?
Yeah.
So I picked the past, and they send us. You know what I mean? You get to see what the future entails. Life is amazing. These civilizations are fucking amazing. I choose.
It's not.
Or it's not, right? But I choose to go back in the past, right, for a week. And obviously to them, this is going to be years on Earth, right? By the time we get back from that week, it's going to be years in the past, right?
Yep.
So everybody in like 2096 is waiting for us to come back, right? And tell us like how our journey was. And here comes fucking Matt back through the fucking time portal and be like, yo, the future is dope, son. Yeah. And then they're like,
just live it out, brother.
And then they like look at their watch, right? And they're like, okay, well, fuck. We'll give him 60 seconds. We'll give him, he should be here. He should be here. It's just probably just some kind of a hiccup. And I never come back, you know? And because let's say I chose to go back to the time that we thought the pyramids were built. But what if that timeline's so fucking wrong that, you know, there's not even an existence back then? You know what I mean? Like, humanity didn't exist, therefore I don't exist. So I never come back through the portal. You know what I mean? Because our science is so young. It's like a baby. You know what I mean? In terms of how long the Earth has been here.
In terms of civilization and our planet, science is a baby, considering what we think is aliens, dinosaurs, the past, like all that shit.
What if the timeline's wrong, man? You know?
What if dinosaurs weren't truly that far apart? Like, everyone always says like alligators and chickens and all these things are from the dinosaur era, but like, what if the dinosaur era wasn't that far along? Like, oh, that's billions of years ago. Don't worry about dinosaurs. But what if Jamie goes back just
right
1,000 years and none of that shit's here?
Right? What if, you know, there's nothing here? You know what I mean? Like they say this timeline is like these certain eras and stuff like that, millions of years with the and how there's like there's certain dinosaurs that would actually never would have met other dinosaurs.
No,
you know that, right?
Yeah.
There's like the prehistoric era, and then there's I can't remember. But there's another era, right, that some species of dinosaurs wouldn't have cohabitated. Right?
I've heard that, yeah.
But like, who's to say and who's to back up? I know there's scientists and everything like that, but again, science has been around for 500 years. How do they tell a timeline that, like, have you ever seen anybody play the telephone game?
Oh yeah.
Where this motherfucker says like 5 + 5 + 1 is 11, and by the time you get down to the fucking end, it's like -24. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, how do you get a consistent timeline for something that we've only been in, like, knowing how to do for 500 years?
Yeah,
that's crazy.
The crazy thing that you're bringing a lot of shit to me, but now I'm like really rolling. So 2 topics I'll bring up real quick.
Okay.
One, if we went in the past, how long have our books been made that we've been teaching this past to, right?
Right.
So these books that our schools have been teaching, when were those books created? And what was before those books? When did they start teaching this ideology of this shit? Second, what if you go back in the past, right? nothing is the same. We're not on Earth, and you end up in a new fucking planet.
Wow. Yeah.
And our civilization was somewhere else completely.
And this goes back to what I told you before. And we're the fucking aliens.
Right?
Right?
We had to
all ties in, bro. It all ties in. Crazy.
What if we had to inhabit Earth? Because wherever you ended up was like, we're losing it.
It was dying.
There's a different Vladimir Putin. The nukes are fucking happening. We got to go. And the future is the Earth.
Yeah. It's wild. Yo, we need some comments on this fucking episode.
I need some comments.
We're deep diving into this shit tonight. Man, your mind just opens up with that wine, hey? Like,
dude,
when you hit the end of that bottle, it's
okay. Next episode, we need to make a bet. You do white, I do red.
Gambling?
Yes, gambling. You do white, I do red.
Oh.
Because your shit, we've already learned. Your alcohol volume content is like.
Okay, hold up. Hold your label up.
Way more than mine.
I think I have that shit here. That's Barefoot?
Yeah.
Okay, I will buy a. You should see if you have this bodacious shit.
That looks sick as fuck. I'm gonna look it up. All right, bodacious. Okay. I'm gonna look for bodacious.
Imagine we want
Barefoot.
Wine swap, like wife swap, but we don't.
Bro, Earth is so weird that we made a TV show about switching our wives for 2 weeks.
Isn't that fucked up?
What? You hate your significant other so bad you're willing to trade it for 2 weeks just to see how good you got it? Brother.
Oh, man. That's wilding out to the extremes.
And you know those people are doing some shit behind the scenes.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Right? I've always said that as a kid. Even as a kid, I'm like, Mom, that guy is cheating on his wife. And my mom's like, no, they're doing an experiment. I'm like, Mom.
They're doing some weird ass shit. These people have been married for 20 plus years and now they're swapping and it's no holds barred. Like there's no rules. There is
no rules. Cameras are off at 8 after dinner.
Yeah. I mean, you're coming back with chlamydia.
Brother. I don't care what you say. You're doing some shit.
Yeah, some nasty ass shit too. Some freaky ass shit that you ain't do with your own wife. That's
right. But that's what Earth has brought us, bro. Like that's the topic we want to do.
Oh man.
Wife swap. Let's do wife swap.
Yeah.
What?
Do you remember when like the reality TV thing like really blew up and that was all that was fucking on TV? Like we're just starting to get back into new series like in the past year, 2 years. Yep. All used to be reality, man. It's crazy.
Right. If you think about it like that, we used to just be into fucking Survivor, Beverly Housewives, Fear Factor, like all these reality shows, and now we're finally like, let's talk about some real topics. Let's get the world to expand a little bit more. You know,
Silo, fucking. Have you watched that?
No, I've only heard of it.
Oh, bro, great show.
Good,
great show. I wait to every Friday. I watch it every Friday. It comes out.
Really?
Yeah.
You know what that's like then? That's like the new Ape show that's online right now on
Ape
Netflix.
Show.
It's like we're watching chimps.
Trainwreck Part 2 or
oh shit.
we're like studying apes or what?
So wait, let me see. Chimp documentary on Netflix. Let me see what it's called. It's called Chimp Empire. Brother, you of all
Chimp
people
Empire.
would love to watch this. It's called Chimp Empire.
I should check it out.
I learned about it through a podcast, and it's crazy to think that scientists have been studying these chimps for a little over like 60, 50 years, right? These chimps act like humans, right? And there's one chimp that has white around the eyes.
Okay.
And you're like, whoa, which makes it more like human eyes because we have white around the eyes, but other chimps don't. Very red, discolored, brown, whatever. But there's one chimp with white around the eyes, and that chimp like gets close to the film crew, like real close, you know, and like kind of like watches the film crew and then goes back to their normal life. But these chimps, bro, they have like this system where there's like the guardian chimps who go around the outsides. They watch the fucking borders. There's like a leader. There's like the moms. You have to fucking watch this shit. Then The documentary kind of talks about how there's other chimp civilizations. There's other like cults or whatever you want to call them, like civilizations of chimps. Bro, there's one that's so advanced that they use fucking spears.
Wow.
Imagine monkeys, right? Chimps, monkeys running around the forest with a fucking spear.
Yeah.
I mean,
they're 600 pounds.
Lobe. Yeah, they have the front lobe of a brain like we do, right? They have intellectual, like they have all this shit we think about, but they're a chimp. They can't talk that we know of, and they fucking use spears, bro.
Yeah,
you have to watch it. It's called Chimp Empire. One of the best documentaries out there. I think it's fucking dope.
You know what the Everglades are, right?
No.
In Florida, like south of Florida. So there's this like huge issue. You can Google this and look down this too a little bit. What? There's this huge issue of like Florida residents releasing snakes like pythons into the wild, but now it's a problem. So now these pythons are growing to like abnormal rates, and they're infectious in this jungle, and they're actually like killing alligators and shit like that. It's crazy.
The other thing is alligators are fucking living monsters, and people live among them. Like
I don't think alligators are actually that bad.
Alligators are monsters.
I don't think they're monsters at all.
Jamie,
to be honest, no. I don't.
What?
Why are they monsters?
One, they're 600 to 1,000 pound fucking beings, right? They travel on land at like 20 miles an hour. They swim. They go underwater.
That's false.
They eat fucking anything.
They don't eat anything.
Dude, they'll eat anything.
They don't eat anything. They might bite. They might bite on anything.
Dogs, humans.
They might bite on anything. But
bro,
how often have you seen an alligator running full speed on land? Tell me that.
When they're fucking chasing down somebody.
I mean, they're lazy fuckers, dude. They're not gonna chase you.
I just need to see.
Now you need to, JB, pull it up.
How fast?
Huntsy, pull it up.
And alligator run. It's the second comment.
Okay.
Fuck you, Snipe, dude. Listen to this shit. Ready? Okay. The average alligator can run 20 miles an hour, topping 35 miles an hour on land.
But how often?
Their average is 20.
Google it. How often do crocodiles run?
Okay. How
often
do
alligators run?
Alligators.
Those motherfuckers are like, lazy as fuck, dude. It's like the Bob Marleys of the fucking weeds.
Okay. On average, alligators move from 0.7 to 3 kilometers per day.
0.7.
Okay, they're a little lazy.
All right.
They're most active from dusk till dawn. On land, alligators can reach a top speed of 35 miles an hour, but when swimming, however, they're a little slower, topping out at.
Wait, so you can outrun an alligator swimming?
Yes. Alligators can swim 9.5 to 11 miles an hour, but they can run 20 to 35 miles an hour.
How is that anything remotely close to being accurate? Isn't that crazy?
Wait. You're telling me an alligator on land can chase me down and catch me, but in water, as long as I'm Michael Phelps, I'm out of there.
You can outswim them.
That doesn't make a fucking lick of sense.
But also, if you could run farther than 0.7 kilometers, you're good.
Their average movement per day is 0.7 kilometers. They're the laziest fuckers in the world.
What's that in miles? What's 0.7 kilometers in miles?
Let me see.
Because if they could run 20 miles an hour, this is going to be interesting. .7. Did you get it?
Okay, so 0.7 kilometers is 0.43 miles, so almost a half a mile.
Okay, so half a mile. Okay, figure this out though.
Right.
They can, on average, they move, the lowest is half a mile a day.
Half mile a day.
They run 20 miles an hour, but they can only move half a mile.
Half mile a day.
So do the math on that. Obviously, if they ran 20 miles, it would take them an hour, right? Because that's their top speed, or that's their average speed.
Right.
So if they're running a half mile, how long is that going to take them? Like you can definitely run a half mile quicker than that.
Well, I don't know, because if their fastest is 35 miles an hour, I mean, I probably run 15 miles an hour. Maybe that might be pushing it.
I mean, I guess if they have literally, like, let's say what max 8 minutes, if they have 8 minutes to fucking eat you and chase you, I mean, they're probably gonna do it.
They're probably gonna win.
It's crazy how you can like outswim.
But if you could run as fast as you can into a pool of water and dive into that water and start swimming as fast as you can, you could probably outrun an alligator.
What's the average speed a human swims?
Let me say.
We need somebody to pull this shit up, dude. This is
average.
Now we're just talking. The podcast is still going, but we're just fucking.
Okay, average swimming speed.
Is it over 11? Please tell me it's over 11.
Okay. Most swimmers average at 2 miles per hour during a swim.
Oh God, that's terrible.
Trainers and athletes average around 4 miles an hour per swim. And if you're unusual or an Olympian like Michael Phelps, you often max out at 6 miles an hour.
Oh, so we're fucked either way.
Either way, land or water, you're fucked.
What's an average human running speed? Like, it's got to be 10. On a actually, that's pretty quick. I would say 7.
I'm gonna say average human running speed. Whoa. Female 6.5, male 8.
8. So you're still dead. You can't outswim or outrun an alligator.
Monster.
What I wonder, like, how sharp can they turn though? Like, if you're running straight, you're gonna get eaten. What if you're zigzagging in that bitch? I mean, they have to be able to turn on a dime too.
Now I'm thinking, dude, alligators are fucking. Now, I always thought alligators were beasts then, but now I'm thinking alligators are fucking beasts, bro.
And I just changed my opinion completely now, because fuck alligators.
What? Bro, people are coinciding with fucking monsters.
Yeah.
Monsters.
Ruthless.
With armored skins. You can shoot the motherfucker with a 9mm and he looks at you like, motherfucker, do it again. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they have armor.
I actually heard a story. So grizzly bears, bring it to another type of animal.
Okay.
I seen this story on TikTok. There was a guy that documents grizzly bears, right? Yeah. And him and his wife were on top of this mountain peak, and he points back to like show her something. She doesn't see anything, right? But he points back, and she's like, I don't fucking see it. I'm gonna go back to the fucking car. Okay. He's like, I'm gonna go down there and fucking check it out, whatever. So she goes back to the car. She ends up falling asleep. Okay. She wakes up like an hour and a half later. She expects her husband to be in the driver's seat. He's not there. Right. Oh. She can't find him. So they end up finding him dead. He's torn apart. Okay. What ended up happening? He saw a group of bears, right? And I think what happened was he ended up like falling kind of like down the mountainside a little bit, and ended up like close to this mama bear and her cubs.
Oh shit. And
he was taking these pictures from a distance, but you can see like these pictures getting closer and closer and closer. And then the last picture is the bears like looking at them. And the picture after that is they're like charging him. So apparently like she attacks and bites him, and the cubs are after him or whatever. He's still trying to take pictures. He ends up getting away and fighting the mama bear off, and gets about 30 feet away or 50 feet away and climbs up a tree, right? And there's a blood trail like going towards this tree or whatever. The fucking mom grizzly just comes up that fucking tree and rips him out of there and fucking mauls him to death. And he's taken pictures of all these close up bear shots that like nobody has ever really gotten. Right. He ultimately pays the price for it. Like he dies in the end doing it. But it's absolutely crazy. And the pictures that you see online of this, like these bears like looking at him, like acknowledging like, okay, well, this guy shouldn't fucking be here. And the crazy thing is he had a gun the whole time. He loved bears. No, he absolutely loved bears, thought they were majestic, didn't want to hurt anything like that. So he would have rather get the content and die than to pull out the gun, like to shoot a bear to harm it. And after that, like the park rangers and everything like that were like, well, we're gonna go get this bear, like we're gonna end him. And the conclusion was like, look, these bears were just doing bear things, you know. They were in the wild, being like their home, and you know, so they decided not to do it. And where it comes back to that is obviously you've seen the Egyptian getting mauled by the shark, right? Now they go out and kill this shark.
Yeah.
Okay. And I understand technically it's a man eater, you know?
Yeah.
Technically, what the fuck are you doing? Why are you swimming
with a shark?
With you know, regardless of how close you are to the beach, like he was very close to the beach. Yeah. These are still shark infested waters. This is their ocean. You have no business being in there. I understand it's horrible. It's a tragedy. I never wish that upon anybody, like what he went through. I've seen the whole fucking video. His wife, you know, it's terrible. The whole thing about it is terrible. Yep. But I think for you to go out and hunt a wild animal like that and end its life, you know, I don't know. It's going to be a tough debate too if people are out there and commenting on it, because I know like some people are going to be all for it and some people are going to be like, well, you know, it's going to happen again.
Right.
You know, but it should have never happened in the first place.
Should never happen in the first place.
Right.
Right.
So.
I feel like with all the technology and things we have in the world, I think you have a great topic is why of all the things in the world we have like mosquito repellents and all these things. Why don't we have a shark repellent? Everyone's so terrified of these sharks, but yet we keep going into their territories. That's their territory.
Yep.
Water, bro. The middle of the ocean. I don't want to be in. I don't want to fly over the middle of the ocean. That's not my territory. I don't know what the fuck's down there. We don't know what the fuck's down there. We know that waters are deeper than the fucking tallest mountain ever, Mount Everest. Yep. We know the waters are deeper than that. Why the fuck are we even exploring that shit?
Right?
Stay out. That ain't ours.
Yeah.
Nope.
Stay the fuck out, man.
Earth is ours. Water could be aliens for all I fucking know. I don't know.
You know what's crazy about that? Like my deep down fears. So I have like 3 top fears in my life. I would say the lesser of all 3 is snakes. I got bit by a rattler when I was I think like 12. I got bit by a rattlesnake, and it was a baby rattlesnake. And so as you know, rattlesnakes cannot control their venom.
No, okay. Baby rattlesnakes cannot. No.
It's either you get like the whole fucking sack, or you get like a minuscule amount or whatever like that. So I was I would say maybe 1 or 2 kilometers away from my house, and I was in a trench. They were building a subdivision. There was a big fucking, you know, dirt path or whatever. And I was walking and I was putting my hands on top of the, like, just being a kid, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I fucking set my hand down right on this thing. There was like a that quick of a rattle, right? Because baby rattlers don't have, like, nothing's fucking developed. And this fucking thing bit my hand, dude. And I lifted and it stuck onto me like fucking glue, man. The fucking tail was around my neck. I'm freaking out. I pull this fucking thing off and I'm bleeding, right? And I know, God damn it. Yep. Right? I'm 12. I kick the fucking thing in its teeth and I run the opposite way. Now, I get home. This is like, I'm maybe 4 minutes from home, but I am sprinting. And my mom is at work, right? So I am sprinting home. By the time I get to my neighbor's house, I can barely fucking walk. Right? And I'm like, nauseous.
Yeah.
I tell my neighbor what happened. She takes me to the hospital. They give me anti-venom, right? And I was sick for 2 days, like fucking terrible sick. And then it just gone. It just completely gone. And the doctor said that I didn't get a lot of venom, right? And if the sack would have been full, the way I ran home, it wouldn't have been a good look. He said, because your heart pumps that fucking shit right through you, right? So third would be snakes. I fucking hate snakes. Sometimes I see like little garter snakes. Like we live like kind of like a little like not a lake, but it's like a little pond across the street from us, and every once in a while like a garter snake will wander in, and I'll fucking call somebody to come get that shit, dude. Like that's not me.
No.
My second fear, planes.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I hate planes.
You know, I don't have a fear of the ocean, but my number one is exactly like you said. A plane over the middle of the fucking ocean and that thing fucking going down and surviving. No. I don't care if I die in a fucking crash. I do not fucking give two shits. No. But if we crash in the middle of the goddamn ocean and it's me on a fucking, you know, a little padded piece of a seat, fuck that, dude.
No.
Right?
No. Between the salty atmosphere, drying your skin and everything out, and drying you out in the sun, beating down. Besides all that, bro, what the fuck is underneath you?
Yep. And you don't know.
You don't know.
You don't know what the
fuck is underneath. And that plane is making some disruption, and it's gonna fucking freak some shit out. And they're gonna be like, "Who's in my fucking house?"
Yeah.
And you're gonna get some shit.
And all the
mega
food.
squid,
all the food in there now.
Fucking shark, all the food. There's gonna be dead people in the crash, and things like to eat dead people.
Yo, do you think megalodons still exist?
100%. Yes, there was just a fucking thing in Australia the fucking like a couple weeks ago where they tagged this, what they thought was the biggest shark they'd ever seen, over 10 feet, 11 feet, huge great white shark, and something fucking ate it.
Oh, I did not hear about this.
The 11-foot fucking shark, this massive fucking shark, bigger than their boat that they were fucking tracking them in. Something ate it like 2 days later. Ate it, gone.
Where was this at?
It's in Australia.
Gone. I gotta check this shit out.
Look it up.
I'm gonna look it up.
TikTok again today. Gone. So they track it because it's a tracker. The tracker doesn't go out. But when, you know, there's transmissions that get broken, disrupted, and they go, okay, something happened, and they follow it. And when they followed it, the thing that they saw underwater, the shadow, was not 10 feet. It was way bigger.
Holy fuck.
But it wasn't a squid. A squid would make sense. A giant squid, sure, wrap that thing up.
Those whale exist that I know
great.
of. Yeah.
A giant squid, great. A whale, great. But whales don't fucking attack sharks, bro. Orcas don't attack sharks, bro.
That's wild.
What the fuck ate that thing?
They
went over the transmission and they saw it, and the thing was way bigger than 10 feet, and they went, fuck that shit. And they started going the other way.
I have an idea for our next episode. I have an idea. First of all, we're gonna end fucking soon. Okay, we promise. I'm gonna get your top 3 fears.
Okay.
And then what we're gonna ask, we're gonna try another little run to the community here. Anybody that's listening,
right?
Chat in or comment your top 3 fears, and we'll go over all of these on the next episode.
I love it.
Okay, so hit me with yours. So I got snakes, I got planes, and I got planes over oceans.
Okay, I would say my top 3 fears of all time. A lot of it's third least. A lot knowing, like not knowing what's going to happen is a fear, but I think what I'm going to say is number 3 fear would have to be like an unknown, like strike or disaster. I don't know why, but that's like my biggest, like my
a cataclysm event.
Yes,
like the world ends.
Right,
kind of
like either a nuclear bomb hitting where I live or a meteor. Like that's 3. Like I think about that all the time. Like what the fuck's going to be tomorrow? I don't know.
I got some juice.
2. Oh, juice is good. I need juice. We have juice too. Fuck. 2, I would have to say would be like Bro, I'm the same on one of them with you, and I don't know if it should be my number 1 or my number 2, but I fucking hate snakes. I don't care that I'm 6'8". Snakes scare the fuck out of me. I'm gonna say snakes and spiders are my 2. Those I learned in fucking young age about a camel spider.
Oh yes.
Again in Australia. Yes. Fuck that shit, dude.
Yeah.
Fuck that shit.
Also,
spider snakes. Yeah.
Like your second one, snakes. Like,
yeah,
you know, always been tied like serpents, right? It's always been tied to basically everything bad in the world. You know what I mean? So there's that. That's why I fucking hate the cocksuckers.
So snakes, spiders, 2.
Yep.
3.
And number 1. Big number 1. Oh
yeah. And the number 1 would have to be. Dude, I hate the ocean. But
I know, right? It's just it's fucking black, dude. It's
the ocean. I would have to say, how about this? I'll refrain from the ocean. So a little fun fact of where I live, around where I live, and this might be too much information, but we live by a lake called Blue Lakes.
Blue Lakes. Okay.
Blue Lakes, right in California, Lake County. This lake doesn't have a bottom. And when I say it doesn't have a bottom, it has a plaque on the beach.
Okay.
Of a picture of the most high-tech submarine you could get in like 1980 that went to the bottom of that submarine's capacity. And it did not find the bottom of the lake. And they fucking reverted from the mission and they came back up and they said, that's as far as we can go. There's no bottom. And this lake's tiny. This lake's only a mile and a half long by a half mile wide, not that big. But there's no fucking bottom, Sniped. So what I would say is deep water is my number 1.
Deep water.
Deep water.
That's a good one. All of it. That's a good one.
Anything deeper than 20 feet, I don't fuck with. I don't know what the fuck's down there. For instance, Blue Lakes. We were just talking about this the other day. Blue Lakes. Bro, there's a conspiracy that Blue Lakes had like a cemetery or some shit under it, and that there's hella dead bodies floating at the bottom of Blue Lakes. And there was a submarine in a scuba diver in like the 90s that went down there and found a bunch of bodies just fucking down there. Just bodies down there. And it's so cold, it kind of almost like preserves the body because how cold fucking Blue Lakes is. It almost preserves him to where he saw fucking faces, bro. And he came up and he started talking about it. And this fucking diver's gone now. There's no more story about diving. Right? There's no more story about fucking people. And it's like, fuck deep water. Deep water is my number 1. Snakes number 2. Fucking cataclysmic events number 3. Done.
I like it. That's wild. Okay. We should wrap this up though. Okay. But we need comments, man. Like we need top 3 because, like, you know, everyone, like, we're pretty close into our fears, right?
Yes.
So us in a jungle together after we took a flight over the ocean to get there would not be the best thing ever. But
we'd both be huddled up.
If you're listening to the podcast, whether it's on Spotify, YouTube, Apple, like through our Discord, whatever, right. Comment your top 3 fears because I would really like to go into this. Right?
Yes,
that'd be pretty crazy.
I need to hear it. I have to hear it. Let me know.
I have to hear it too. I know clowns out there's a big one.
Talk about it. Clowns,
right? That's a big one. So.
Ghosts, clowns, the dark. The dark. Huge fear for people.
What other like heights? Obviously. There was that movie.
I'm terrified of heights, but I'm trying to beat it.
Have you seen the movie? What the fuck is it? Like The Tower or something like that? These 2 girls are like rock climbers and they go up to like climb this tower.
Okay.
And shit gets real fast. Or The Fall. It might be The Fall.
The Fall?
Wait.
We gotta look it up. We gotta look it up.
Yeah, I gotta
Dun dun dun. Google. See, this is why we need somebody. Also, comment down below if you would like to be our like Jamie from Joe Rogan.
But not me.
Like
just if you want to be like our tech.
Yes. If you'd like to be our person that just listens to conversations, has like 20 tabs pulled up on your window of things we talk about to fact check us. If you would like to be that person, please comment down below.
It's called Fall.
Because it's called The Fall.
Just Fall.
Fall. It's called The Fall. It's called Fall.
Okay. If 100% what Matt is saying here, if you want to like be included on the podcast where you're just, you know, talking in the, just pulling stuff up like Matt was tonight, right?
Yeah,
that'd be W.
If I say alligators run 20 miles an hour and Jamie says no, you just go, well, actually they run 35. Do that shit, right?
Yeah.
Call us out.
I mean, that you totally changed an opinion of me tonight with alligators. Right. Because I thought
alligators, bro.
I thought fuck those guys, are lazy. Like they're harmless. You know what I mean? And then we get into all this shit. And I'm like, no, fuck that. You know, I'm going up. If anything has happened, I'm going up.
Right.
I'm climbing the fuck out of that tree.
I'm climbing a tree. I'm climbing a roof of a car. Something.
Mm-hmm. All right.
We're wrapping it up.
Wrap it up.
Tell us your top 3 favorite fears, worst fears.
Top 3.
And if you'd like to be our guy, our girl, or whoever, you know, our tech person.
Our Googler.
Our Googler.
Professional Googler. So what is it? What episode is this? Do we even know?
6.
Episode 6.
6 sounds good.
We're locked in. I like how our 15-minute buzz went for 45 minutes tonight. That's a bonus.
Next episode will be way more structured. This episode was like kind of catching up.
Yeah. I mean, it was fun though. Like we got into a lot of different shit. It's gonna be good. I'm gonna be Googling your Blue Lake. Blue Lake?
Yes, Blue Lakes in Lake County.
Lakes. I'm Googling that. I'm going down a rabbit hole tonight, bro.
Yes.
I'm gonna go get an edible. And I am going down this shit tonight.
Dude, I wish I had an edible that would fucking trip me out. Bro, what about we're doing the topic.
We're doing it again. We're doing it again.
But what about mushrooms or psychedelics? Would you ever want to do that?
I mean, okay,
like
I have a story.
Okay.
About mushrooms. Should we do it now or should we wait? What do we
I'm down.
What do we do? Okay. It's not a very long story.
Okay.
I was at a house party. I've never done mushrooms before, okay?
Right.
We were playing, I can't remember what it was, like fucking Mario Kart or fucking something, okay?
Yeah.
And somebody hollered out, "Hey, Swain, you want some shrooms?" I'm like, fuck it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we all go into the kitchen and we're all partying or whatever, and they're getting the shit ready. First of all, tastes like fucking donkey ass.
Really?
It like trying to choke that shit down is like, I'd rather go to Taco Bell 6 times in one day and then go funnel that shit into my mouth when I'm done with it, because it would go down smoother. It's like the sensation of trying to like chew out these dry, I can't even explain it. Like it feels like no amount of water can get the satisfaction of what you just try to like put down your throat. With that being said, I'm waiting for this shit to kick in. Okay. I'm like, I don't know, 19. Like I'm super fucking young. So I'm like, fuck this shit. Nothing's happening. Right. I'm like, fuck this. I'm going back to the living room. I'm going to fucking play my video games. Right. I'm fucking sitting there racing and I'm fucking like doing the whole fucking shit. Right. And everybody starts cracking up. Right. And I can't fucking figure it out. I pause the fucking game. I turn around. I'm like, what the fuck? You know, what the fuck's going on? He's like, oh, like, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Unpause my game. I'm fucking playing the shit. And they're just fucking laughing, dude. And I get so fucking ragey, dude. And I pause this shit. I turn around and I get so fucking mad. And the one guy is like, Swain. Like, they're killing themselves laughing. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I'm getting mad. And they're like, dude. Bro, the TV's not fucking on, dude. I'm sitting here thinking they're playing like fucking Mario Kart or some shit. And the TV is off, bro.
What?
And these motherfuckers are just laughing.
But you were totally visualing Mario Kart.
I thought I was playing a fucking game, dude. I was into it. I was like going around corners and shit. I paused the game to look back at them. I was tripping, like big tripping. It's crazy.
Dude, I don't know if I can do it, bro. I'd have to do it with a friend like you. Like I'd have to go in it with a friend like you where I knew I felt safe.
You know what's fucking crazy? Like I would definitely do that with you where we felt safe. I don't know if I would do it now that I'm older. But I do want to try something. So on an episode of Joe Rogan's podcast, they were talking about the psychedelic drug.
Yeah.
Right. And this guy had taken this drug. Okay. The high lasts for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, DMT.
Maybe. Actually, yeah.
GMT.
GMT. Yeah.
Yep.
So this motherfucker took this shit and had a life, bro. Did you ever hear about this?
I think I did.
He was like, he had a job. He was like married with like kids and shit like that, doing all this work. Like it was like on a farm or something like that, I think, or something like that.
Damn.
Doing some agricultural shit. And like, he felt like his life was like, you know, a few years, and it's a 10-minute high. And he comes out and he's like, bro, like, I thought like my life,
bro. See,
like, check that shit out. It's wild.
So DMT is huge, and I had a buddy in high school that did it. I won't say names or anything like that, but I had a buddy in high school that did it, and he felt like
Jeff.
a nobody. Jeff, yeah, damn Jeff. But he felt like he was a nobody, and he, you know, was going down the wrong path, was in trouble with the law, and he did DMT, and it's like a 10 to 15-minute high. And none of his friends did it, right? So they all had the fucking bong, and they were all going to do it. And then he did it and passed out, scared everyone else, and they didn't do it. So they watched him for like 15 minutes because they were scared. He went into this thing, and he was, you know, doing some like night terror things, like shaking and things, and everyone was scared. But in his dream, he like went down this realization of like life. And like he like figured a bunch of shit out in 15 minutes and like opened up some doors, like some like literal, not literal doors in this dream. And he like realized some shit, and he came out and like he picked up a guitar and was like one of the best like people I've ever seen on a guitar. And like,
and he didn't know it before, right?
And didn't know it. And in like a year, he was like, you could sit there at our school, and he'd have his legs crossed and he'd be playing, and you'd walk up to him and be like, Sublime, fucking whatever song. And he'd be like, oh yeah. And he would set his adjuster, and he would just fucking, and he would start belting it out, singing it, playing it. And you're
well,
like,
it's like he learned. He took all this time in this high, you know, to learn this skill. That's fucking
That's
wild.
what he was good at.
That's
what he learned in that 15 minutes. That like, dude, what are you doing with your life? You're fucking nobody. You can play guitar like no one's fucking business.
Yeah.
Go do it. And he woke up. It took like a week to figure it out, but he was like, he bought a guitar. The guitar's name was Jasmine, and he started playing it. And he just called it his girl Jasmine. And everywhere he went, he had that thing slinged around his back. And you'd pull up to him like, hey, you play? And he's like, yeah, what do you want? And he'd fucking set his little adjuster thing. He'd be like, what do you want? And you'd say fucking anything, and you just belt it out.
Crazy.
I want to try it one day, but I'm terrified and I'm scared.
I would love to do it with you,
dude. I'm down, bro.
I mean,
I don't know about doing it with Hunty though.
No.
You have to be the right mindset. Hunty, nothing against you, but you'd fucking freak me out.
That's a solid no for me, man. Yeah, like we'd be like fucking 10-11.
Yes.
It'd be. Yeah, it wouldn't be good. All right. Let's wrap this shit up. Let's wrap this shit up. We're getting too much shit. Yeah, I love you too. Man, this is like what, 2-hour podcast tonight?
I think it was. It'd be
this is a W. One. It's a big W. Yep. It's nice having you back. We really got to get back on schedule. To our listeners, we are sorry for being fucking slouches, dude.
Yep. But the accountability we got to have better.
Accountability. That's a W topic. We're gonna try to get on that horse, and I'm gonna push Matt. Matt's gonna push me. We'll get these 100%. Episodes out. We'll get these episodes out. So
some way or another.
So you got to kick my ass in the next few days to get this edited. All right.
I'm down. Okay. I'm down. Yep. Right. Let's do it.
Well, till episode 6. Remember, get your top 3 fears into us so we can go over this. These, if you haven't picked these up, you know, you guys know the link. I'll put a link actually in the description of this to see if we can get some more of these sold. These are nice ass cups.
Massive tumblers. They're massive. Bigger than you think.
They hold like what? What would you say? Like a quarter of the bottle?
Yeah, like if the bottle was full, it would hold like this much. Like honestly.
Yeah. It holds.
Like, it's a lot.
Like 3 glasses of these, and the bottle's gone.
With ice.
With ice. 100%. All right. It was a pleasure. As always, man, it's always a riot doing this with you.
Dude,
always. I love it.
It's the best. It's literally the best. Well, we love you, man. Thanks for listening.
Right.
Until next time.
Have a good night. Emma J.
Today.
We didn't even say the name of the podcast, dude. It's like, thanks for tuning in. See you all later. Emma J today. All right.